Here's an interesting one from CNBC. Never spend more than this much of your income on a car. Now, before I get into it, what percentage of your yearly income do you think you should spend on a car's purchase price? Well, according to this millionaire finance expert, of course, you could disagree with him, but what do you think he says?
Well, I know for rent, it's generally about a quarter of your annual income.
Okay.
For a car, I don't know, maybe 10%.
Oh, man, Willie Doo nailed it.
Is it 10?
Willie Doo nailed it. It's 10%. I thought that was I thought that was aggressive.
Well, I'm getting a Taycan. No, I'm just joking.
Whoa.
Expensive, right?
What?
I mean, like, of your annual income. Like, if, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
What are you saying, Will?
Would be pretty fair, I would say.
You like 10%. You're sticking to 10%.
Yeah.
Well, he agrees with you. So I don't know. Maybe you should be a financial expert. What are you doing here? Or maybe you can let the people know we can have a financial update with Willie Doo.
Finance 101.
Yeah.
Along with business.
Yeah, that's right. People can distribute their portfolios. Remember that part? Okay, so he came up with the 10% gross annual income for the purchase price of a car. But to me, this didn't sound like that much, but I don't know. For example, if you made $42,000 a year, then your car is $4,200. See how that goes?
Yeah. Makes sense.
And if you made $62,000, $6,200, and also he kind of adjusts it for a household income. It might have a shared car. You would have to make an adjustment there, right? If you had more than one income in the house. He claims that many people are spending too much money on cars, up to 80% of their gross salary, which seems kind of insane. He found that 20% of borrowers are taking out loans of $50,000 or more. That means median income earners who buy median price cars are essentially spending almost 80% of their gross salary. Then on top of that, you have the effective tax rate on the earnings, because he's talking about a gross salary, which could be up to 20% in tax. And now it's people are spending their whole income on that car. What else? How are they eating? Who are these people? I mean, who are these people? But I guess they're paying it off over time.
Yeah.
It must be that but it still could be a major drain, and maybe you're sacrificing elsewhere where you didn't expect to, like on your rent or your other like your lifestyle, let's say. Now, another thing that he brings into the consideration is opportunity cost, by suggesting that if you got all this money tied up in a car, I don't know how much savings you have, but you go buy some really expensive car that you can barely afford, it's a depreciating thing. If you invested that money in, say, real estate, depending on the market you're in, that could appreciate in value, or you could invest it in something else.
Yep.
And so that opportunity cost is lost by putting your savings into an expensive vehicle. He says he learned this lesson the hard way by purchasing a Mercedes G500 SUV for $79,000. And he thought it was a good deal because a year before that, it was a $150,000 car. But shortly after purchasing it, it was instant buyer's remorse. The car was costing more than he had anticipated when you factor in gas and insurance and everything else. Also, parking in San Francisco proved to be a problem because it was too big for the garage of his current apartment. Wouldn't you check that one out beforehand? I don't know. Anyway, in 2003, he sold that car at a loss of $15,000 and took a 1997 Honda Civic for $7,000, and took some extra cash and bought a condo instead for 580 G's. That same condo today is worth $1.4 million. Okay, all right. You see that? That's business, Will. Financial advisor. I think most people probably know this. The surprising part to me was that it was 10%. I thought it would have been a bit higher for a purchase price. I get it. People lease cars. There's different ways people interact with cars and stuff like that. But 10%, yeah, if you're being responsible. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I think a lot of people are not, and and probably overspend on it. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah. I have a couple friends who like to mod their cars and spend a lot more money on the look of it
Yeah,
than other things.
for
So
their personal enjoyment.
yeah.
And how can you tell them what that's worth?
And it's their lifestyle is modifying their cars.
So maybe they skip a night out. Maybe they skip a Korean
Yeah,
barbecue.
it's a hobby for them. So
Maybe they skip a Chick-fil-A here and there.
yes,
You know,
yeah.
maybe they skip a Valentine's Day
Hmm.
to they just have Valentine's Day with their car.
Candlelight dinner.